Hello, my name is Kim. I'm a quantum change kinesiology practitioner, and in this video I'm going to share with you and show you how I, as a QCK practitioner, work with emotions, and specifically how I, in a QCK session, assist and support you to realize and identify and see those emotions that exist on deeper levels of your mind and yourself, and that's actually affecting who you are, how you experience yourself, how you see and experience your life, your reality, in quite profound ways. So to give you an example, recently I had a session with someone where, this point opened up, where so she came to the session with a physical issue, with a pain in her legs. And so, as I already shared in previous videos, is that how QCK works with physical conditions is that I basically use muscle testing to pinpoint what this physical issue is showing the individual about who they are inside of themselves. What patterns are they living inside of their mind that's contributing to this physical issue. So in this case, the pattern that tested out was an emotion of resentment that she'd been holding on to in the back of her mind. And this emotion was connected with certain interpretations of reality and a moral of no sex outside of the relationship. So what this was about and what this was referring to is that basically she had many relationships throughout her life where her partner cheated on her. And in the back of her mind, she was actually still holding on to an experience of resentment when it came to those memories, those men, those relationships, an experience of resentment about, feeling hurt, about them hurting her. And, it was interesting that this tested out because, this experience of resentment was not something that was very much on her conscious awareness in her day-to-day living. Like, it wasn't something that just kind of came up, like you have anger or insecurity or depression, which is like emotional experiences that can come up and go again, and it's like you're consciously aware of it. You see that it's there. Okay, I'm angry, or I'm anxious or insecure, but this resentment was actually something that kind of formed part of her subconscious and unconscious mind, like something that's just always there, something that's coloring and filtering her entire perception and interpretation of her reality, of relationships, of men. That's also why interpretations tested out, is because what she needed to look at and realize is that this emotion of resentment was causing her to have specific perceptions and interpretations, like to see things in a specific way, to see, for instance, men as having no self-will, to, for instance, think, believe, and perceive that, oh, men are always going to cheat on me. Men are cheaters. Men are always going to end up hurting me. Those were kind of beliefs and perceptions that she'd come to create. Or men don't care about me, or none of my ex-partners really cared about me. Those were kind of these interpretations that she'd come to hold on to in her mind, just because in those memories, when those things happened, she felt hurt, after which she then went into an emotion of resentment about feeling hurt. But so what this session was showing her was that her experience of those memories is not really a representation, or is not really showing her the reality of things, the reality of those men, those partners, but most importantly of herself, because she'd also come to create a certain definition of herself based on the memories, based on what had happened. And it's almost like within holding on to that experience of resentment, she was simultaneously holding on to the hurt, to those self-definitions, to the memories. It's like within holding on to the resentment, she was not allowing herself to, in a way, transcend the memories, to move on, to let go and move on, which is essentially what this session was showing her that she needed to do at this point in her life. She needed to work with this particular pattern, and that's what the physical issue of pain in her legs was showing her about, the kind of mind points that she needs to work with and work through in her existential process of self, her process of getting to know herself, of self-change, of becoming the best version that she can possibly be in this one lifetime. All right, so that's pretty much that's one way in which QCK Assistant supports you to develop awareness of who you are on levels of yourself that you're not generally aware of. How QCK Assistant supports you to open up those deeper dimensions and deeper levels of your own self, your own mind, which is going to assist and support you to transcend and change certain aspects about yourself that that will have a very profound impact on just who you are, on your experience in your life, on how you experience reality. So I would say if you're interested in finding out more about who we are and what quantum change kinesiology is all about, I would say feel free to visit our website at quantumchangekinesiology.com. And if you feel ready to just jump right into the deep end and schedule a session, then you can click the link that I'm going to be including down below in the description box. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.